Here's why the housing market may not collapse. Hi, my name is John Aruldason from the Aruldason Group, and we've been talking about changes that are happening in the housing market between now and the end of the year that could have the impact of making houses more affordable. One big change that is happening that's going to take place in November is the elimination of the stress test. What is a stress test? The stress test was a test that applied to mortgages since 2018, where someone would have to be approved for their mortgage rate plus 2% or 5.25%, whichever was higher. This was put in place to ensure that people could afford their mortgages even if interest rates increased. Now, one big concern in the housing market was what would happen to mortgages when they came up for renewal in a higher interest rate environment and the stress test was being applied to it as well. Say for example, interest rates now are around 6%, and you added an extra 2% to that to qualify under the stress test. Well, now the stress test has been eliminated. When mortgages are coming up for renewal, borrowers will no longer have to qualify for the stress test. Now, what does this mean? It essentially means that it makes it easier for borrowers to shop for new mortgages, to be more competitive in the mortgage market when their mortgage comes up for renewal. It also means that if that borrower chooses to draw some equity out of their home to buy another property, they will now be able to draw more money because they do not have to qualify for the stress test. This is taking out one of those cliffs in the housing market that a lot of people will worry about. Stay tuned for our next video to learn about the other changes that are happening later in the year.